We are at Mount of Olives at December 2021. Just a rainy, sunny, beautiful day. An amazing weather, a little bit chilly, but I got used to it. And I'm walking down Mount of Olives, and I will stop at one of the most beautiful places for me, Dominus Flevit Church, the Lord Wept Church. But before that, look at the view. You can see the old city of Jerusalem. The eastern wall is in front of you. You can see beautifully the Golden Gate right there, and that's where the high priest, the temple, used to go out with a red cow to sacrifice her and to use the ashes of her to purify the people who actually finished their Shiva, finished their mourning of their beloved, and they had to be pure again. And they did it, as we believe, at Dominus Flevit Church as well, the same place. But you can see the, and we will see it soon, you can see the Dome of the Rock, which used to be the foundation rock, the first rock ever for the Jews, and the two Jewish temples were built on top of it. Later on, at 70 AD, it had been destroyed, and at 640 they built the Dome of the Rock, which from there, according to tradition, Muhammad ascended into heaven and met God himself, who gave it the 5 prayers of a day. But you can see the two domes, great domes, of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre as well. That is the place that Jesus was crucified, died and buried, and of course resurrected. And here it is in front of you. Although you didn't ask me to do that, Marilyn Kindness, I felt like I need to have another video for you, mainly because you mentioned that you will never be able to reach that place, and maybe because I felt the motherhood of you when you asked me to bless, and I hope that I won't make a mistake, Adriana, Eva and Aleeyah, or Aleeyah, your daughters. Then in that case, let's do that church, you know, a short tour of that too. Then you will have your own another video. You will have another one at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, just like you asked. And you can see here, wait a minute, let me show it to you. You can see here that cross that you asked me to buy for you. This is the Jerusalem cross, and I will bless it everywhere. That cross is unique to Jerusalem, and I will send it to your house. This is the idea. Then you will have a video on YouTube, in your case 2 videos, and the cross itself, that will be priceless. And if you want to have your own cross as well, there are a few different crosses that you can buy, and I will do the same thing for you. Then go into the link of Buy Me a Coffee. It's at the description of that video, and if you don't find it, send me a message and I will send you the link, and I will do it for you as well. This is my way to exist in that world, and thanks to you I can actually go out of my house, because I'm not working for almost 2 years, and the saddest thing is that they close the border again, that no tourists can enter, and I lost all the groups of December and January and probably February as well. Then in that case, it's important. But that video is not about me, it's about the place itself. And I want you to see, before we enter the Dominus Flevit Church, that Mount of Olives is covered with tombs. Jewish tombs, but there are some Christian and Muslims cemeteries here as well. Then let me put a hat on my head, and not because it's cold. I have to respect the Jews, and this is one way to respect it. Then you can see the most important cemetery for the Jews from the time of King David until today. And the Jews are still being buried exactly like Jesus was buried. They will try to bury them at the same day, and the day begins at night time, at, let's say, sunset time. Today it's going to be around 5 o'clock. Then today, if I'm not mistaken, it's Tuesday, but Marilyn is going to be Wednesday at 5 p.m. 1700 hours. The idea to be buried here is because the Jews believe that the Messiah, which is not Jesus, will enter to Jerusalem from Mount of Olives, and that will be the first one who will resurrect. You can see how many of them you can see here, and there are more of it. And this is the entrance. First, let me take a picture. It's beautiful. And that's the entrance to Dominus Flevit Church. Then I will have to climb a little bit up. It's all right. I have nothing else to do. What you can see on the tombstone. The tomb itself is down there, of course. A little bit things about him. He was a justice. He was an innocent and act in a justice way. His name is Rabbi Shlomo Zalman, and he was born in Hebron. And usually next to him you can see his wife Sarah. Now, why the Jews are adding stones into it, actually no one knows for sure, but what we believe is that by adding a stone into the tombstone, the Jews will build their third temple quicker. But there are already a few other options of it. It's beautiful, isn't it? What this family is doing, as I believe, going from one rabbi to another to ask for some requests. But again, I'm not sure. I was talking about tombs because I want you to see more tombs, but this time inside the church, because remember it was a cemetery area, and the Jews must be buried outside the gates, and they must be buried at the same day. We already know it. But at the second temple time, the time of Jesus, rich people had their own cave, rock-cut caves, and there they used to bury their dead. Now, if there are 5 places, what are they going to do with the 6th body? They will open the oldest tomb, and I will show it to you soon, and they will take the bones out, and Dominus Flevit, look, 1941-44, belongs to the Custodia Terra Santa. It's a Catholic place, and I can see the Jerusalem cross as well. Then in that case they will put the bones somewhere in ossuary, and then they will bury the dead at the empty place. Sounds strange, isn't it? But if you remember, Jesus, he actually didn't have any tomb. Then Joseph of Arimathea gave him his own tomb. Then look at that. This is one of those caves. And you can see the niches, the places that they used to bury it. One of them is a little bit sealed, right there, yeah. And And those are the ossuaries. That's where they put the bones of the people who died. You can see the difference between an old man ossuary and a child. So sad. Really sad. Then for few years, over so many years, they believed that what they found here is an acropolis of Jews who believe in Jesus. And here you can see another option. Sorry. Because they found so many names that connected to the Holy Family, like Mary, in Hebrew Miriam, Yeshua, Joseph, but those are Jewish common names until today. Look how beautiful it is. It's part of Mount of Olives, but you can see a little bit more than olive trees here. Sadly, I'm the only one here. Then, until we will reach the church, we found here a monastery, a Byzantine monastery from the 5th century, dedicated to Anna. Anna, the mother of Mary, as we believe, but we don't know. We don't know who destroyed it, but it looks like that. It'd been destroyed by the Persian in 617. The Crusader didn't use the place at all. It actually tells us something about it. And at 1518, the Muslims, the Ottomans, built here a mosque. It's called El Mansouriya, which is the one who won, the winning one. And only then, people started to believe that this is the Lord's Prayer place. In 1891, the Franciscans built here a chapel. In 1940, the Benedict's nun, you can see the wall there, Benedict's nun that have a monastery there had to sell part of it to the Franciscans. They actually had to have a little bit of money. And in 1955, after they dig here, Antonio Bertolucci built here a beautiful Catholic church that looks like a teardrop, but upside down. Look how beautiful it is. And the saddest thing is, I'm the only one here. Why I believe that it could be here? Mainly because they have the best view of Jerusalem. I mean, you saw the view from upstairs, but this is amazing, so different. Oh, hello, there's a car here. Now first look at the view. Although usually with tourists, if the church is empty, the chapel is empty, I'm rushing to the chapel because there's so many tourists. It used to be so many tourists here, now I'm alone. Then Marilyn Kindness. The view is such an amazing view, and this is one of the reasons I wanted you to have that video. And you can see here a beautiful Russian church, Mary Magdalene Church with a golden onion, and down there in the valley it's where they stoned St. Stephanos, and between those two churches is Garden of Gethsemane. You can see a little bit of it right there, and the next video will be about that, and you can see beautifully the old city of Jerusalem together with the Dome of the Rock, the site of the Jewish temple, and to the right, a little bit behind it, is the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. And Marilyn, I'm gonna bless your cross there. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna bless your cross there as well, just like you asked me. Amazing, isn't it? Beautiful, spectacular. I mean, so many beautiful names to hear. And because it's rain, it's clear, although it's not so sunny, which is good for me. It's so clear and beautiful. Then let's enter the church. that Bertolucci built. I really don't like the car there, but that's what he have. That Bertolucci built that chapel on top of the ancient Byzantine church. The Byzantine church apse is facing to the east, but Bertolucci said the story is about Jesus crying when he saw Jerusalem. Then in that matter, this is the place. You know, but before that, I want to read you something in Hebrew, and maybe you will understand the importance of that place. From here, Jesus said, they didn't listen to me, and then in that case he cursed the city, and he said that someone will make a siege around it, which happened in 70 AD, and will destroy it. And most important sentence that he said, they shall not live in the one stone upon another. Then although a lot of the city was left not like it used to be, you can see what's happening after the 70 AD. There's no Jewish temple anymore, for example. We don't know what the Byzantine dedicated it. We know that at 5th century it was for St. Anne, but you can see a lot of agriculture motif on the mosaic floor. Then maybe we're talking about agriculture, people who lived here. Let's go in. You can see the apse from the 4th century, and the altar was right there from the 5th century, sorry. But Bertolucci, as we already know, changed it to the west, facing the temple. And look how beautiful it is right now. You can see the cup. Take that cup off me, and you can see the temple and Jesus and the tone of horn around it. It's such an amazing motif, window, beautiful. I try to gather you from the book of Matthew, just like chicks gathering our babies. Look how beautiful it is. But he didn't listen to me. And what the people are not usually looking at is the ceiling, the teardrops, remember? Then here you can see the destruction of Jerusalem by the Romans. On the other side, you will see, I know that I did it quickly. Let me put the cross here. Jesus entering to the temple riding the donkey. He is crying. And he's entering, you see the palm branches of the Hosanna, 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 and you can see Jerusalem at the background. And those people are looking at him. Some of them don't understand what's happening here. And the Son, which is another name for Jesus. How do we know that it's a Catholic church? Because we can see here a beautiful Greek Orthodox icon. The stations, the 40 stations. Amazing, isn't it? I'm the only one, even the owner is not here. Even the priest is not here. And they have so many chapels for the masses, but the only thing that are missing are the people. Then thank you for watching that video. Please subscribe my channel. And Marilyn Kindness, that was a surprise, but I love to surprise people. Then see you in my next video. Bye bye.